This is my first time going live. I don't really know what's going to come of this, but it's a very fun opportunity just to do some quick uh, video making within the next 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes before I have to go. And something that I've been wanting to do. So every uh, day for the last 6 months, well, roughly every day, most days for the last 6 months, I've been writing down different affirmations for myself that I've been putting on sticky notes and posting throughout the house. And I'm going through a decluttering process right now. So I've actually been taking down my sticky notes, taking down the ones that, it doesn't really, I mean, it's not that it doesn't resonate anymore, but I think that I've learned the lesson. But I didn't want them to go to waste. So I thought it would be really cool to start doing this series where it's like a, thought of the morning or morning meditation or whatever. I'm sure I'll find a name at some point. So here is a bag full of the various sticky notes that I have acquired over the past 6 months, just writing down different things that come up for me. And usually they're just about self growth, self confidence, self acceptance. And I think that they are lovely things to share with others. So I'm going to go ahead and open this sticky note. And again, I have like about 10 minutes and then I have to jet. So this is like a really nice low lift sort of thing. So let's go. Let's see. Who is the candidate today? Okay. All right. So the moment for this morning is less is more. My handwriting, you won't be able to read that, but I'm reading it to you. Less is more. So this one actually still feels pretty relevant to me today. I think that for those of you who aren't familiar with me, I'm a designer, multidisciplinary artist, and I do a lot of work in creative direction, particularly with an interest in nonprofits and social impact work. If it's about people power, I love it. And I've been having a lot of fun cutting my teeth as a creative director, and really thinking about the theory of design more, particularly how do we cut out the fat and cut out the noise. I think the past 10 years in design, particularly for digital social media, has been extremely maximal. And I think that it's not just design. I think that we've just been in a really maximalist era for a while now, where, content creators are making these big, explosive videos that have lots of motion graphics and lots of edits and lots of cuts and everything short, and you're packing a lot of information into a very, very short amount of time. And I don't know about you guys, but at least for me as a designer, I've become very stimulated by it and I'm ready for a little bit of a chiller time. So I started employing the less is more philosophy into my professional life, into the theory of design, for the people that I work with, and it's really kind of shown up also in my illustration work. Like I have a lot of very simple shapes, simple colors. I wonder if I can pull something off. This is actually an artwork of mine. I'll take it off the wall very gently for you. This is like a sample of an artwork that I've done, and it's, very simple, a few colors, and I just really love the simplicity aspect of it. Now, in my personal life, however, it has also started to show up. So I mentioned earlier that I've been going through a decluttering process, and that has been essentially life changing. I'm still not done yet, but I've been really focusing on combing through the things that I own, whether it's the clothing that I wear, the things in my bathroom closet, the things in my credenza, the things in my office, combing through and asking myself, what is the utility of my ownership of this item? What is the utility? Because if there's no clear utility, then why do I have it? And I want to phrase this by saying utility for me can also mean aesthetic, something being aesthetically pleasing. Like decor has a utility for me. So I'm not trying to be like, oh, like black and white minimalism. It's not like that. But it has to have a utility. And then I start to ask myself, like, okay, how do I place this item in the house, or how do I like adjust the place where this item lives so that I can actually act on that utility a lot more naturally. So it might be like, okay, like putting my keys on a hook by the door, because essentially I know as soon as I get home, I want to put my keys down. I want to take my coat off. How do I make that simpler? And how do I kind of put it in a place where it's a very minimal spot, but it actually it does so much more for me than having like a complicated key closet with a, whatever, you know? So the less is more philosophy has been incredibly rewarding. And as I've gotten older, I've found that it allows the real me to come out a lot more naturally. Um, when I think about my skincare, my beauty, I used to decorate myself a lot. I would have wigs, I would do full face of makeup, I would have an acrylic set on hands and feet, you know, gel manicures, whatever. I would do a lot. And there's nothing wrong with doing these things for yourself because you want to and because it's a self-care activity. But for me personally, it got to the point where it didn't even feel like self-care. It felt like a strange maintenance ritual where when I went to the nail salon, I didn't even enjoy myself. It felt like a chore. When I got my hair done, it felt like a chore. When I put on a wig, it felt like I was hiding something. Like I was just, it was just a lot. I remember going on a vacation and I had this giant suitcase, which now I like to try to minimize as much of the suitcase, you know, that I can. I had this giant suitcase and it had like a couple of like lace front wigs in it. And I'm just like in this like 90-degree Italian heat. And I'm like, am I really like about to spend like an hour laying some lace so that I can go, you know, walk up and down the steps of Positano, which if you've ever been there, it is like intense. It is intense walking. Like it is just straight vertical up and down. Am I really about to do this to go do that? Um, and that's something that was a very powerful revelation for me, and a really big reason why I decided to lock my hair, so that I can travel more freely, so that I can do less and do more. So yeah, I just think less is more is such a powerful thing. And I'm very curious. There's no one in this live right now. I'm sure it'll archive and then people can watch this later. But in the comments, if you want to share just how um, paring down the essentials for yourself in order to rebuild the life that actually fits for you and fits for who you are and what you want to do. If you want to talk a bit about how that's benefited you, like I would love to see that kind of encouragement. So I have to go now because I have to go. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch this live video. I'm going to try to do these, you know, in the mornings, you know, when I feel like it. I don't want to really commit to it being a daily thing because not at, ooh, there's a cat outside. And it's like a big red Garfield looking cat. Yeah, you're so cute. Bye. Um, I don't want to commit to it being a daily thing because I don't know, not everything has to be branded. Not everything has to be a production. Um, I'm just really doing this because I have the urge to. So, moment of the day, less is more. I'd love to hear how less is more in your life too. Bye.